Let me go through my catalogue on this thing. Alright, okay. This isn't everything that I've ever worked on, but it is a few of the projects that I've worked on over the years, yeah? So, the first thing that I worked on when I was a kid was Beyond Average.
I'm above and beyond average, my songs are dons to rap pricks.
This was the first thing that I released locally, the first thing, I was about 15 when I did this. This was, obviously the picture is New York, the skyline and all that. Has tracks on it, Beyond Average, the Anthem.
I'm a misfit, mixed with a dimwit, illicit, unexplainable.
Third Round Knockout, Trading Verses, Got a Rhyme.
I got a rhyme, cause I got a rhyme in mind as I divide my lines on the page.
It was just like some dubbing shit that I used to send out to people, you know, via MSN back in the day. But it was also something that I released locally as well. That's 2005. So this was 2006. This is unreleased cuts.
I'm the type to roll with trick dice. Your chick's nice. Hips fires, man, she sucked my dick twice. Whatever you better.
This was, you know, around the time that I was finishing school, so probably like summer 2006. You can see, obviously it was done on a handheld mic. Big up to my man in Australia, Next Level. He helped out with the artwork for this. This doesn't do it any justice, this artwork. This is like such a bad copy, but this is the only sort of copy that I have. I have no idea where the original copy is.
The bars I'm writing are put together better than the stars' alignment. I'm far from silent.
So next up is Boundless. Boundless was a project that I worked on. It was going to be an EP in late 2006. It was going to be an EP. I really liked the idea of calling something Boundless because I was switching up from, basically switching up from the mic that you see on this one to the mic that I recorded with this material. So it was Boundless, mainly because I was like, the subject matter was different.
Bitches that got no heart like me, ain't scarred like me, hardly see.
Quality was different, what I was rapping about, all that sort of stuff. It was all different. Boundless, this was stuff as well that like actually got me in the UK charts on soundclick.com. I managed to get a shitload of downloads from this. It was just something that like really sort of boosted my name at 17 as well. So the tracks on this ain't gonna be like fucking amazing, but still.
Surpass the sax, it is time to warn Bebo. That craft is back, I'm blasting raps as darkness starts to happen. You will have your fucking carcass cracked, your ass is whack.
This has tracks that you might remember. There was a remix of Ladies.
You know,
There was Keep Moving, produced by Next Level.
top of the chart, so I gotta keep moving.
This also has Sexy Slag on it. Some of my hardcore fans remember Sexy Slag, which is a remix of Justin Timberlake's Sexy Back.
You must be kidding, why haven't you shaved?
And what do we have next? Okay, so next was the private project with Skittle. This one we released locally as well in a shop called The Music Room. Some of you have heard me talk about The Music Room before. This is actually the second version of this. It's the official copy, but it's actually the second version.
You had a dream come true. What would you do if I could grant it? You know I would.
The first original version, we didn't keep any of the tracks. So the 15 tracks that you hear on this weren't the original batch of songs. We started recording for this in 2006.
Better in bed than a patient healing. Aspirations are great, aim straight for the ceiling.
We ended up quitting the project, not working on it for a little bit, and then we eventually came back around, started new songs on the Samsung mic, and then yeah, then we got it all printed up, pressed up, and that's what that kind of looked like back then. After that, we have One Time Only. No, wait. That comes... Fuck. What came after that? So, in December 2007, I started work on this. It didn't come out till summer 2008, but this is with 360. Big up 360, that's my dude. Big up SINIMA, he did a track on here, Got Me Twisted.
I don't give a fuck what you think. SINIMA's a slut, he's a hoe, he's a freak.
With us, a lot of people think that we paid him for that collab, which we didn't, but okay. Lucy Pearson, she's got 2 tracks on this album, and she fucking killed it. Before that came out, I did One Time Only. This is an EP that I used to hand out at gigs. I basically used to do the show and then be like, right, I got some free CDs if anyone wants to pick up a CD, and this was the one. This was 7 tracks. It had songs on there that were gonna go on One Man Show, which was gonna be my first solo album.
I used to think about a life with a wife and kids, but never would have sliced my wrist and die so quick.
And if anyone's still got a copy of this, let me know. If you still have a copy of this lying about, I would love to see your pictures, because literally the title is One Time Only, and I never really promoted it after that. It was just to tie in with the One Man Show theme, and as you can see, we were promoting the Coalition, Jackpot's album Fighting Demons, and the Spit Pit 110 documentary DVD. Yeah, and we were talking obviously Casper Black's album at the time, which he didn't end up releasing. It says the feature DVD that brings you backstage into the studio with Krafty, 360, Casper Black and more. It's because we used to do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so we were doing a DVD back then. So yeah, One Time Only. Not a lot of people have that, that's pretty cool. After that, I released another EP, Do This Alone. This is the first one. Big up 360 on the artwork as well.
Take your mum to my house, tie her up on the couch, rip my dick right out and stick it deep in her mouth.
This also came before the Coalition had dropped, and so on the back, if anyone's got a copy of this, they'll see that was the original artwork for the Coalition, and then obviously that's what ended up being the artwork. So it's slightly different. This has 7 songs on it as well. It's got Jackpot on it, 360 and Lucy Pearson. We released the Coalition, that was big, that was awesome. What I was also working on was a solo album which never came out. This never ever fucking came out. And it was, for me, this was my passion. I had so much love for this album. I really wish it had came out. You know, who knows, maybe one day next year, because it'll be a 10-year anniversary of when it was supposed to come out. Maybe I'll release it. But yeah, this is how it looks so far after 10 years. One Man Show. This had collaborations with Skittle.
We're going to war, I love the growing applause.
360.
Just a tart, so your pictures on the wall, want a game of darts.
SINIMA.
Use a window lick. Oh.
And it just had a bunch of tracks on it that, you know, never really came out. And like I say, this before Not For Resale, this was gonna be the first album that I put out as a solo artist. Do This Alone on cassette. I have no idea why it's red, because it was never supposed to be red. It's a really, really weird copy. I have no idea. But that was Do This Alone. Yeah, so that was 7 tracks. Do This Alone 2. I don't believe I have a copy of Do This Alone 2 on CD. Obviously there's the version that's online. It's on Spotify, it's on my website. Pretty cool. This was 2010.
It's tough when there's no money in the bank and you've had enough. It's tough.
I started recording this when I was living near Bromley. I moved back briefly to Folkestone and then moved back up. So in that time I'd finished this up and promoted it, and then came back to Folkestone the following year and started working on things like Gone.
Part-time rapper, full-time arsehole. Part near me and you get your car stole.
And I Want to Get Signed. Although I Want to Get Signed was recorded in R&R Studios, which is near Bromley. 2012 comes around and I drop this, which is Not For Replay. Again, this is all on that mic.
You might as well stand a chance. You other rappers don't stand a chance.
This was recorded at a weird time in my life as well, because I was deciding whether I should even record music, whether I should follow it as a passion. I was training to be a personal trainer at the time. I was, you know, studying, trying to pass that exam, well, those exams, and it was like, you know, the first time in my life that I decided, do I even want to pursue music as a career? But I printed these, manufactured these, and I handed them out for free because I'm a sucker for losing money, I guess. Totally non-profit.
Before it dies, I switch the mic button off, and without a second thought, proceed to fucking off.
I basically asked the fans, if you want a copy, send me your address, and I'll send you a copy. So I did. 2013 rolls around, and I release my first proper solo album, not for resale. I started early versions of this in 2009.
Had to cool up and act as though I had a manager. You got an album out, kid? No, but I'm planning to.
And then changed it a little bit by 2010.
Just need to get the door, cause I put your shit on pause more than a bear dumping in the forest.
And then by 2012 I'd released the mixtape,
Not for replay,
which promoted this, and then I released this in 2013. As well as digitally, I also released it on tape cassette, because that's where it all started for me. People say, like, why are you releasing music on tape?
Apparently my rhymes cause altercations, cause I spit them and your pals don't know how to take them.
But for me, there's something special about releasing music on cassettes. Something nostalgic about it, but also the packaging just makes you, like, appreciate the entire thing. Like, there's something so fucking cool about a cassette. For me, I'll always buy cassettes and always buy CDs. I don't care about Spotify, I don't care about iTunes. My music's on there because that's, you know, where most of the kids are getting music from and where you need to be. But where I want to be is releasing music on these and on these.
Never been a follower until Twitter. Many people came and gone and they're still bitter.
There's still copies available of this. If you want a copy of Not For Resale on cassette, get at me, bro. If anyone wants a copy, they come sealed in this lovely little shrink wrappy thing. They're sealed, never been opened before, unless you want me to sign it. If you want me to sign a copy, let me know. I'll crack one open and I'll sign it. But they come brand new, and it's limited stock until until someone buys another copy, and then I'll be able to afford to print more. How about that? Throwback to the Kingpins album in 2005. This never properly came out. It was released online and amongst friends, but that's like the only copy on hard copy right now. Kingpins, the album. Love it. Fast forward to 2017, Let Me Off comes out. We love a bit of that. Let Me Off. That's the single. Comes with 3 tracks. Let Me Off Clean, and Suggestion Box, which is the bonus track. And then this is the thing that I'm really excited about. This isn't the full album, this is the sampler CD, yeah? This is what gets handed out at my new gigs. It's only 6 minutes long. It's a promotional CD that I'm releasing at gigs. I'm handing them out for free, just mainly because, like I said before, I like giving my music away for free. Fuck, who doesn't these days, right? It's just so that people can hear a taste of the album. If they want to buy the album on iTunes, if they want to buy a hard copy, signed copy, whatever, then they'll probably get this, listen to it, decide that they don't want to buy the album, and so they won't. It helps you out and it helps me out in the way that is not apparent to me yet, but it's a thing in 2017 for me. So there we go. Most of those were recorded on this bad boy right here. To commemorate the 10 plus years that I've been using this thing, I'm going to drop a little freestyle on it, and then that is it. I'm hanging this bad boy up. I am done with it. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. It's been a wild ride. Like I say, this thing got me into the charts when I was like 16, 17. I had a lot of fun on it. It was a great wild ride. And I've released a lot of music on it as well. So it's a bit emosh. It's a bit emosh right now.